I wanna play a game. Ha, look at all y'all feeling uncomfortable and scared. I was just playing. But for real, I do wanna play a game. You guys see how many subscribers I have? Well, I want to hit 200 subscribers by Saturday, August 18th, 2018. I think I can do it, do you think? So don't just sit there, hit the subscribe button, help me out. Now let's get on with this video. You are watching a master at work. What is up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new video. In this video, I'll be doing something for the very first time again on my channel. I will be doing a mukbang. Yay, I'm so excited. I finally get to do this. Yeah, and the story that I'll be telling is the story of my seventh love. Oh yeah, you heard me right. I said seventh love. Before we get started, I'm going to show you what is on my plate. I'm eating some El Pollo Loco. As you can see, I have grilled chicken breast, drumstick, mashed potatoes and gravy, coleslaw, and macaroni and cheese. And I also have some corn tortillas. You know, I like to have tortillas with my chicken. And of course, I have a cup of ice water. Stay hydrated. Okay, so let's get into the story. Okay, so I'm sorry. So good. So this happened 7 years ago. 7 years ago, I was in the 9th grade and I was 14 years old, and I was in biology class. Right? Biology class. And then this guy walked in. I will call him Raymond. So Raymond walks into class late. He was wearing a fitted cap. He had his hair dyed blonde. And he had lots of tattoos. He was light skinned and he was mixed. He's probably mixed. I knew he had to have black in him. He probably had some kind of Hispanic or Belizean or something. Yeah, mixed. And his hair was dyed blonde, his hair was curly. You know, I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, he has curly hair. Wasn't on the super tall side, wasn't on the super short side. Had to be at least 5'10", 5'10", 5'11", I don't know. But he was taller than me. I had to be at least 5'2" back then. So he walks in, whatever, fitted cap off in the classroom, because in my school that I went to for high school, we wore uniforms and hats were not part of dress code. And he said he didn't want to take it off because he said the night before his sister hit him on the back of his head. And he said that he thought there was like a dent in his head or whatever. And then he asked me to look at his head and see if it looked like he had a dent or whatever. Like, you know, right here, right here. Yeah, see if he had a dent. I was like, no. That was the very first time that he ever spoke to me. Show these mashed potatoes some love. Okay. Oh, well, not to mention, he was in the 10th grade. He was older than me. So, yeah. I guess after that first encounter, I didn't think he was ugly. Thought he was fun to look at. This is what led to me having feelings for him. I don't remember when I started having feelings for him, but it was like, not shortly after that, but I know. Like, this was kind of close to the beginning of the school year because I had my biology class switched out, so with a totally different teacher, totally different room, so I didn't have biology class with him anymore. So this had to be like September or whatever, September, October or something, near the beginning of the year, the beginning of the school year. Yeah, so I got switched out that class, but Raymond and I did have a class in common, and that was Spanish 1 class. That was the only class we had together after that. Sorry, yo. Even though I said I don't remember when I started having feelings for him, I remember some things that happened that led up to me having feelings for him. And then I remember I was walking through the hallway or whatever, I guess class was in session. Raymond, I guess I don't know if he got put out of class or whatever, he was standing outside. I don't know if he was ditching or what. Then I walked by. I remember him, I guess it was him and like has 1 or 2 other people. And I walked by. He was like, hey, yo, look at her, that's my girlfriend. I guess he had caught on that I was starting to have feelings for him and stuff. And then, well, just like my first love story, the catch is, he did not like me back. In fact, he thought I was ugly. I would act all stupid around him, and sadly I would get on his nerves sometimes. And then like, he started being mean to me. Like when I get on his nerves, he'll be mean to me. He did call me names, he did call me ugly, he did call me the B word, but my dumb self was just brushing it off. But now these days, I would not even dare to let a man call me the B word. If he calls me that, there will be a problem. I started liking him. I liked his tattoos. Like he had like quite a few tattoos. He had some on his chest, on his arm. Like I could like literally name some of the tattoos that he had. Yeah. And I was sprung. Like I would be staring at him and stuff. And occasionally in our Spanish class that we had together, we would interact. And I remember this one time he asked me for $1. Of course I gave it to him. I liked him that much, and I was so sprung. I guess a few months after I started having feelings for him, one day he told me that he was leaving the school. And my gullible 14-year-old self believed him, and of course I got all sad and stuff. And I just could not imagine myself not going to school with him. Remember, after he told me that, in the Spanish class that I had, that my homegirl was in there. And she's watching right now. She's subscribed. Hey girl, hey, what's up? What's up? I mentioned you in my story. Isn't that cool? I remember telling my homegirl that he was leaving, and how sad I was. And Friday came around. So Friday rolled around. I thought that was gonna be his last day at the school. Oh, and I forgot. They switched around our advisory class. So at one point, Raymond and I had the same advisory class. So we had Spanish class and advisory. Now, I was in advisory, Raymond was in that class too, and since I thought it was his last day, I was crying my eyes out in advisory. No, the classroom was kind of big. It was a biology classroom. It was kind of big, had the big tables and everything. I was kind of sitting close to the back of the classroom. I wasn't crying loud, but I had my head down crying. The teacher did not notice, thank goodness. I didn't want her getting into all this. And I remember people were asking me, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? And I remember Raymond said something to me. And I remember at the end of that sentence, he said, I love you. And I knew he didn't mean it. And I said it back. And of course I said I loved him back. And I meant it. I was so sad. I was so sad. I basically did my assignment. And it was almost time to go home. And the teacher let the people who behaved and did their work get some candy. So, I was behaving, doing my work, wasn't talking or anything. And Raymond asked me to go get him some candy, Reese's preferably. And I walked over to get some candy, and the box had one Reese's left. I got the Reese's, I got some Kit Kats, and I also got some candy for myself. And I gave Raymond the Reese's. And I think he said thank you. Back during my freshman year, we would get released at 3:05 p.m. and I basically got my stuff and walked out of class. And then I stopped in the hallway by one of the rooms, and one of my friends saw me crying. Then she asked me what was wrong, and I told her what was happening. I was just bawling my eyes out. And then Raymond walked by and saw us. And I think that my other friend asked Raymond why did he make me cry, and that he should at least give me a hug to make me feel better. And then Raymond was all like, I want you to have this Reese's wrapper so that you can remember me. And I was just too sad to accept it. I had to go to world history tutoring. So I went to the bathroom and wiped my face, went outside to get some air before I went to tutoring. And then I had my school bag outside of the world history classroom. When I returned from being outside, I saw a Reese's wrapper under the chair where I put my stuff down on, where I put my bag down on. And then I thought that it was the wrapper that Raymond wanted me to have. So I put it in my bag to keep. Months later, I found out that that wrapper was not his. I remember the day that, and come to find out, I think I remember the day that this happened. I think this happened on December 9th, 2011. Yeah, so it's still towards the beginning of the year. So I went to tutoring, got my grade up, and then I went home. And then when I went home, I went on Facebook, because you know, Facebook was really big back then. And I forgot to tell you guys that Raymond and I were Facebook friends. I think I sent him a request, and he accepted it, and I was so happy. That was like, I forgot when, but yeah. I got on Facebook, and to my surprise, Raymond inboxed me. Like, ooh, I was like, what? So I opened it up. Here's a little warning, guys. It's about to get a little rated R, so if you're a kid, you might want to skip this part. So I opened up the message, of course, with my stupid self, and the message said, "You gonna suck me up before I leave?" Bruh. Plus, I don't even remember if I said no or didn't reply. FYI, I was an innocent freshman. I wasn't doing all kinds of little nasty stuff like some of these little sneaky kids out here be doing these days, and I'm still innocent now. So, you know, he thought since I liked him that much, since I was in love with him, that I would do almost anything for him. There was like a limit for me, you know? So, that was supposedly his last day at the school. And then Monday rolls around. Tell me why this dude comes back to the school. This dude lied to me. Let me take this scarf off. This dude would play with my emotions, but I still loved him. I still put up with it. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys this personality trait of his. This dude was a player. One time, he was dating 2 girls at the same time. But I didn't say nothing because I wasn't messy like that, and I'm still not messy like that right now. So I remember we were in advisory. He was all hugged up with his little girlfriend or whatever. Then class got out and it was time to go. Then his other girlfriend came in and they start kissing. Like, I'm like, well, I thought I was gonna drown, but I was like, that's how I was on the inside, but I wasn't messy like that. Remember this one time, Raymond and his girlfriend number 1, went in the advisory or whatever. She all sitting on his lap and stuff. And they were sitting behind me in the back of the classroom. I was sitting 1 row in front of them. And he had his hands on her stomach because I guess she thought she was pregnant or something. And then she was all telling me, look, this is his baby. I guess that they were trying to, hurt my feelings or something. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, but come to find out, it was just a pregnancy scare. To be honest, Raymond was a father in high school. Like, he was a teen father. Like, he had at least 2 kids at the time. So yeah. Okay, let's move on from all that tea spilling. Like I said, since he thought that since I loved him, he wanted to take advantage of me. Remember one time he wanted me to help him get his grades up, you know, so he could run track. You know, he wasn't the best student, so he wanted me to help get his grades up. You know, I was a pretty cool student, you know. I didn't have all F's, but I didn't have all A's. I had like B's and C's and A, B, C's, you know, and F in math. I remember one time, I guess it was lunchtime or whatever, we had this thing on our phone called on the internet called Power School. We had a username and password so we could, you know, look at our grades whenever we wanted. So he opened up his Power School, had me look at his grades. Remember, he let me hold his phone, like scroll up and zoom in, like look at the assignments and little grades that he got on them. And after that, he didn't ask me to help him with anything. I would have been down. Then after that, he didn't ask me to help him with any assignments. Didn't ask me to help him study or nothing. I was down. I would have been happy to help him. But yeah, I remember that one day in advisory when he found out that he had all C's. He got all happy. He's like, yeah, hand me my phone, please, so he could call the track coach and tell him that his grades were up, so he could run. Okay, so from this point in the story, I'm gonna mention some random memories. Yeah, I don't have like a really constructed story like I did for my first love. So here we go. I remember this one time in our Spanish class, I was sitting by him and the homie. And another homie of mine, and they needed pencils. So I gave each one of them a pencil, and I remember Raymond broke mine, like, not the lead, like, broke it in half. Like, I don't remember how, but that mess broke, and my stupid, obsessed self kept that pencil, and I still have that mess. It's not because I'm still in love with him, it's just because I just happen to have that mess under my mattress, along with my love poems that I showed you guys in the past. You know, sometimes he would tease me and stuff. I remember he put my backpack on top of the shelf in the classroom. And I thought that mess was funny. But even though he didn't like me, we did have some good times, funny times or whatever. I remember there's this other day where it was passing period, and I was walking through the hallway, and then I guess Raymond was in the hallway talking with some friends, and then I walked by and I said, "Hi, Raymond," and then Raymond said to me, "Get away from me, you effing weirdo," and then I was like, "Bye, Raymond." Oh my gosh, like, I was a fool, dude. Like I said, I did give him money. I think one time I gave him $3 in one day. Like, back in the 9th grade, I got Raymond's number. I forgot who, but somebody gave me Raymond's number. And of course I kept it in my phone, and I remembered that mess, so I knew the whole number by heart. One time I called him, and I just let it ring twice, and then I would hang the phone up. And then there's this other point in the school year where he decided to start being nice to me or whatever. And I was like, cool. I remember school was out, I guess I was walking, he passed by, he was like, "Bye, Pinky," and I was like, "Bye, Raymond." Yeah. But there were times where I would irritate him. I remember one time he said he was gonna get a restraining order against me. I remember this one girl I had class with said that he was gonna get a restraining order against me. Didn't happen. But at one point in my 9th grade year, yes, all of this happened in the 9th grade, he stopped attending my school. And thought he transferred schools because I got on his nerves that bad. And I'll admit, I kind of was stalking him a little bit, you know. On social media, you know, that's the modern way of stalking. But really, stalking is not okay. I remember, I told you guys that I had him on Facebook, right? I had him on Facebook, and of course, I would look at his page on the regular. And you know, one time, I liked one of his pictures from like the year before, I guess. And after that happened, he messaged me, and he said, "I'm deleting you as a friend." And then I was like, "I don't care." Then he sent me a message, and he unfriended me, and he said, "Peace out, ugly MF." And of course, I was bothered by that mess. Didn't get to see his Facebook anymore. He didn't just unfriend me, he blocked me. I forgot how many days or weeks after the Facebook deletion took place. I thought, maybe I should make another Facebook. Maybe I should make another Facebook so I can see his page. So I made another Facebook with some weird name or whatever. And my stupid self, it had 3 names, like a first name, middle name, last name. And in one of the names, it had my name, but like spelled differently. That was stupid. And plus with the profile picture, it had a picture of me. It wasn't like a close-up, it was like me, like a full body of me. You couldn't, you know, see my... You could have, but if you knew me, you would have been able to tell it was me. But yeah, I made the page. So, he had me blocked on my first Facebook, so I went on my second Facebook, typed in his name, clicked on the page. I hadn't sent him a request yet, but got to see his page. Remember, on one of the posts that he posted up, he was talking about, on one of the posts, he was talking about how he was in class with, you know, that girl he thought he got pregnant. I remember the post said, "In class with Big Booty Maria." And no, the girl's name was not Maria. I changed up the name. Raymond's name is not really Raymond, okay? But got to look at pictures, got to look at some pictures of his, some posts. I was just happy to see. Sorry. I was just happy to see his Facebook page. So I sent him a request on the new Facebook page. And come to find out, he blocked me on that one too. Bruh. Oh my gosh. I was so stupid back then. I was so obsessed. Even though he blocked me, I was happy that I got to see his Facebook page after I hadn't seen it in a long time. Okay. Let's get back on track. Okay, so time passed by, and 10th grade rolled around for me. And I was still in love with Raymond. And I guess Raymond made an Instagram, I guess, in 2012, that year, whatever. And I made my Instagram like late 2012, with my first Instagram, in late 2012. And I followed him on Instagram. I guess he forgot about me or whatever. Yeah, I guess he forgot about me or whatever. Didn't block me on Instagram. Basically, I was a ghost follower. I never liked any of his pictures because, you know, I thought that he would block me. Never liked any of his Instagram pictures. And at one point, I did start liking the pics. Nothing bad happened. And I remember his friend that I went to school with said that Raymond asked about me. And I was like, what did he ask? He said that Raymond asked if that girl who is thirsty for him still thirsty for him. Wait, that girl who was thirsty for him? This dude ain't even remember my name. Like, he's... And just because Raymond didn't go to my school, that didn't stop me from talking about him. Raymond's friend and I had anatomy and physiology class together. And of course I'll talk about him in there. Remember one day, he let me look at Raymond's Instagram from his phone. When I was looking at the pictures, I was happy. I was all happy. I was like, oh my God. And then after a few minutes, his friend was like, dang, can I have my phone back? I was just so happy to see his Instagram. I remember one day in 10th grade, someone told me, "Boo, hey yo, Boo Raymond is coming down to the school." And I remember I was looking at I had seen on his Instagram, he commented under someone's picture saying that he was gonna go down to my school. Didn't happen. My stupid self. I got all excited for nothing. I remember I was talking about him in geometry class, yada yada yada. I remember one night on Instagram, one of my other friends gave Raymond a goodnight post or whatever. It was like basically a shout out. I ended up getting mentioned under the goodnight post. And then Raymond mentioned me and he was like, hey baby, I miss you or whatever. And this girl from my geometry class was saying, ooh, Raymond, Pinky be talking about you all the time in geometry class. And she was talking about how you were her boyfriend. And I was like, no, I didn't. Like, I've never ever said that Raymond was my boyfriend. Yeah, and the girl from geometry class asked the girl who posted the picture of Raymond, did Raymond go to our school? And the girl who posted the picture was like, yeah. Oh my gosh. So 10th grade flew by. I had less and less feelings for Raymond, and they just went away. And I was focused on other people who didn't care about me. 11th grade rolled around, nothing happened. 12th grade rolled around, nothing happened. So, what is going on now with Raymond and I? Nothing, but I do follow him on Instagram. I think he totally forgot about me, forgot who I was and everything. I added him on Snapchat. He even watched my story once. He even sent me a picture of him, you know. I guess I just know he just had to send this picture of himself to me and some other people. I don't know, just trying to start a streak or whatever. And yeah, guess he forgot about me. It's cool, I don't care, I'm not worried about him. I'm not in love with him anymore. He can go on and live his best life, be happy with someone else for all I care. All I have to say is, I invested money, tears, and feelings into Raymond back when I liked and loved him. Good and bad times were had. I guess that's the end. Whew, man, this story was kind of complicated because I didn't have all the events in chronological order like for my other story, but as you can see, I ate all my food, but chicken bones left. If you guys enjoyed this mukbang / story time, give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And if you have subscribed, turn on my notifications. On my channel, I mostly make reaction videos. I have like 40 reaction videos right now. They're all in a playlist. I will put that playlist at the end screen of this video. When I hit 500 subscribers, I'm going to make a YouTuber edition smash or pass video. So I really want to make this video. This video is going to be super spicy. I got a big old list of YouTuber dudes. So if you want to see that spicy video, hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends to subscribe. Share my channel on social media platforms. And follow me on social media. Follow me on Twitter at @ILUMoreThanThis. Follow me on Instagram at Taurus_charm. And add me on Snapchat, Pinky-Bots. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!